Happy Thursday, everyone. Looking to be a good day. Got a nice triplet for you. A few rounds, but a nice triplet coming your way. Before we get to that, let's talk about the warm-up. We're gonna do some Inchworm Bear Squat for 3 to 5 reps. Quad plank for 3 at a 5 to 10 second hold. Floor Pike Hold for 15 to 30 seconds. PVC Prone Raise for 3 to 10 seconds. We're gonna hit that 2 to 3 rounds, having some fun with that. From there, we're gonna move into a lateral ski jump for 20 seconds, into some ankle pops to get those ankles popping for 10 seconds, and a run of 100 to 200 meters or some cardio of your choice. Followed up with some jump squats, just 3 to 5 though, just to kind of open up those legs and hips a bit. 2 to 3 rounds of that piece as well, and then we're gonna move into the bottom piece, another little triplet for you guys. Dumbbell shoulder press for 3 reps, run of 100 meters, dumbbell squat for 5, and 2 to 3 rounds of that piece, just to get yourself squared away, ready for action, and some fun. The workout, 5 rounds. Oh yeah, 5 rounds, 400-meter run into a 10-rep dumbbell shoulder press, so strict press today, and then we're gonna finish off with 5 dumbbell squats. The dumbbell squat can be whatever you wanna do. Front squat, goblet squat, it's up to you. Take it down, have fun with it, and enjoy it. It's only 5 though, so you can kind of have some fun. Or if you have 2 sets of dumbbells, you can use the lighter ones for the shoulder press, and you can use the heavier ones for that squat. All right? Let's get you all warmed up, ready for action, and we'll have some fun today. All right, guys, let's get ourselves ready to go. Let's get those feet under the hips. We'll take the arms up overhead. We're gonna shrug. We're gonna come back down with those shoulders. We're gonna reach to one side. Come back up, reach to the other side. Come back up, we're gonna scratch our back and then reach through that elbow. We'll come back up overhead, big reach. Scratch your back and reach. Oh, come back up, big stretch. And forward fold. We're gonna touch those toes. We'll walk up the shins. Come back down, frame of foot. Step back into our lizard. Inside hand is gonna reach. Arm to the floor. Come back up. And bring that arm to the floor. Come back up, and one more time, arm to the floor, and back up. Plant that hand, outside hand, big reach. Come back down, step back, step it up with the other foot, nice and square in those hips. Inside hand, big reach up, rotate forearm to the floor, come back up, rotate forearm to the floor, back up, and forearm to the floor, and back up. We'll plant that hand, we're gonna step back into our plank. Ribs, hips, shoulders, everything tight and solid. Maintaining that as we tiptoe those feet up into that nice forward fold. We're gonna roll ourselves all the way up, big tall stretch. Little shrug, come down with those shoulders, hands come down. Let's rock and roll, you guys. If you'd like to pause the video a little bit and do some more gentle warm up, please do so, be my guest. Take that time, maybe some hand and or wrist work might not be a bad idea, and or a little bit of ankle work if you like as well. We're gonna get ourselves moved into that first phase, which is gonna kickstart off with the inchworm to bear squat. So a little different combo today. So I'm gonna face this way. You're gonna walk yourself out into your plank. You're gonna step your feet to your squat stance, and we're gonna take the hips straight back into that bear squat, and then straight out. So unlike a down dog, we send the hips up. The bear squat, we want to pull straight back towards our heels and step up and walk our hands back in. Big stand up, big stretch, and then we go for the next rep. I'll do one more, but I want you guys to see something really strongly. Those arms and shoulders, when we get into that kind of pullback, really need to be pressing down into the floor so we have that strong engagement through the lats. Just like we would be in an extended plank or an inchworm walkout. So I'm gonna do another rep so you guys can see. So again, I find my good plank and walk it out. Step my feet apart a bit, set the shoulders and the ribs. I pull back so I have good support, come straight back out, and then walk my hands back. Of course, like everything else we do, we want to make sure we're only going back to the range of motion that we can control. All right? Our next exercise is our quad plank. So we're pretty familiar with this now, but we're going to get ourselves into our tabletop. Hand, shoulder, knee, hip. Nice and active. I'm going to pull my ribs and hips together, press my shoulders to the sky, and then I'm going to lift my knees an inch off the floor. Holding that position nice and tight, nice and strong. We're going to hold for 5 to 10 seconds and lower down and relax. From there, we'll do it again. So we disengage, then we're going to pull our ribs and hips, press through the shoulders, lift the knees an inch, and lower down and relax. We got about 3 reps of that. Just working on that disengage, re-engage, all that good stuff in between those reps, okay? Afterwards, we're gonna go vertical. So again, similar to our down dog, we're not loading backwards this time, we're gonna load forward. So I get back into my tabletop, but my knees come together. Toes are curled under, pull my ribs and hips together, press through the shoulders, and then I lift my hips straight up, keeping the loading over top of my shoulders. If I need to, I can tiptoe closer to load more, so I have more weight going into the shoulders. All the while, I am actively pressing through the ground, pulling those ribs and hips in, making sure I stay super, super tight and active. Right? My last exercise here is the PVC Prone Raise. Again, I have no PVC pipe right here, but if I had a broomstick, a towel, a dowel, whatever you need at home you can, or just empty hands. I've been really digging them in classes with empty hands. It's been a really good time. So I get nice and flat, my toes are to the ground, I squeeze my glutes, pull my ribs and hips together, press my armpits down, press my hands down, and then maintaining all that tension, I'm gonna lift my hands up off the floor, hold for 10 seconds, and then control it down, disengage, rest for a little bit, and then do it again. So again, making sure that we're tightening through the toes, through the glutes, pulling the ribs and hips in, pressing the armpits down so we get that engagement through the lats, and then pressing my hands down. Once I feel that tension, I lift just my arms up, maintaining that tension through the body. It's okay if the dumbbell doesn't come very high off, it's okay if the hands don't come off very high off the floor, all right? Don't do that with a dumbbell, all right? But we want to just focus on the tension and the hollow in the body. Quick recap for you guys. Inchworm Bear Squat, 3 to 5. Quad Plank, 3 at a 5 to 10 second hold. Floor Pike Hold, 1 hold at a 15 to 30 second. Come out of it though when you feel things starting to disengage. Don't worry about the 30 seconds. If you can hold 10 to 15 seconds fully engaged, then hit that strong and well, okay? PVC Prone Raise, 3 to 10 second to finish it off. 2 to 3 rounds, pause the video, take that down, get the core, get everything fired up, and then come back and join me for a little jumping fun. So our next phase is gonna be a little bit more dynamic. We're gonna kickstart off with 20 seconds of lateral ski jumps. So I'm gonna stand over to the one side, I'm gonna load my leg, and then I'm gonna use my arms and my leg to scoop over, and then scoop over, scoop over. It's not a very high jump, but it's a longish jump. And that distance can be whatever it needs to be. I want you to imagine, I want you to use the arms, swing, go, swing, go, swing, go. So we're using everything we have to get that body moving through that work set, okay? If you're not a jumper and you just want to work that balance, still use the arms and get that body moving that step, but using that momentum to still train the body in terms of how we want to use it to get speed and power generated, okay? From there, we have some ankle pops, 10 seconds, just a quick little stint. We're just waking up the feet. So you can do soft hands, relaxed shoulders, tight core, little engagement through the glutes, and then you're gonna use those feet to get that nice rebound going. So just nice little gentle ankle pops, working on the position that is skipping. If you'd like to, and you've been working on that double under drill, the big thing is just a little bit more power in that jump, and we're gonna work on kind of engaging our hands at the same time we take off from the floor. So I get my normal pop, big pop, big pop, big pop, big pop. So I can work on the timing for the double under, plus I can work on that stronger rebound if I like every third, every fifth, jump in that 10-second stint. From there, you're gonna go for a little run or a cardio piece of choice. I'll have some running options on the bottom if you'd like to do something different. You'll come back in, and then you'll hit some jump squats. So your jump squat is gonna be one of three things. You're either going to squat with a normal air squat, or you're gonna work that jump squat without a jump. So we squat, drive up, down, stand tall. Or we work on the full jump squat, which again isn't super high, but we are gonna work on that knee and hip extension. So we take it down, hope, hope, and stand. We're only looking at 3 to 5 reps there. So if you wanna play with different variations, as the warm-up continues, then you can play, or pick one, work it really well, and perfect it for the day, okay? So we have a quick little recap: lateral ski jump for 20 seconds, ankle pop for 10 seconds, run 100 meters to 200 meters, into jump squat for 3 to 5 reps, 2 to 3 rounds, take that down, pause the video, get some heart rate, just increase going on, get some sweat going, some heat going, and then we're gonna come back and go kind of more along the lines of the movements in our workout, okay? So pause it, rock it, come back. We're gonna talk about the shoulder press. So the shoulder press, again, is our strict dumbbell press, or press in general. We don't have the assistance of the hips or the knees. We just have that tight, strong foundation as we press overhead, as we come back down. If we have 2 dumbbells, rock 2 dumbbells, but if you only have 1, what you're gonna do is 10 per side. All right, so you're gonna get a good core work set, and you're gonna get a nice strong shoulder workout. So again, with the shoulder press, we clean it up to the shoulder. I get myself set up with my feet hip width, or just outside hip width apart. My glutes are tight, my ribs are tight and in. And I'm gonna press a little bit into that dumbbell. I'm gonna get stable and set, and then I'm gonna take a breath and press straight overhead. Come back down, take a breath, get tight, press, come back down. So we'll do a couple from the side for you. So again, tight press, so that bicep and arm is just behind the ear or even with the ear. Come back down, press, come back down. So there's no hip, no nothing, no help, just strong and tight. But if you're like, Dave, I don't have dumbbells at home that I can use a shoulder press for, they're too heavy, you can do push press, all right? So what you can work on for the push press is that vertical dip. So vertical dip down, drive, come back down, drive, come back down. A little bit higher velocity movement, but it starts the same and finishes the same, okay? From there, you'll take down 3 per side if you're using a single dumbbell, 3 total if you're using 2. You're gonna go for another little run or cardio of choice. You'll come back in, and you're gonna hit the dumbbell squat that you're gonna use in the workout. So we have a couple choices. We can either goblet squat, so holding the dumbbell up under the chin, so we keep our chest up nice and tall. Our hips go to our heels, our knees go slightly out, and then I stand up tall. I take it down to my heels. I stand up tall. Turn it to the side for a couple for you guys. Hips to heels. The dumbbell doesn't move. It stays nice and solid, close to my body. Right? Or we have our dumbbell front squat. So I take the dumbbell up to the shoulder. Back of the dumbbell rests on the shoulder. Feet, same squat stance. I'm just going to press my arm into the dumbbell a little bit as I take my hips down to my heels. My knees go out slightly, and then I stand. So again, same criteria as the goblet squat, but you're going to work on that nice, smooth engagement all the way through that squat for 5 reps. If you're working through your work set with a single dumbbell, do 3 and 3 per side, just 6 total squats. You don't have to overkill them in the warm-up. Just take the time, have some fun with it. Quick recap, we have our dumbbell shoulder press for 3 or push press depending on the style of dumbbell you have at home. 100-meter run, 5 dumbbell squats, either front squat or goblet, whatever you're planning on using in the workout. Hit that for 2 to 3 rounds at kind of a moderate intensity, not game pace, but moderate intensity, get a feel for the movements, and then get yourself ready for the work set. So pause the video, hit those movements up, make sure you're square with what you're doing, your running route, your cardio option, whatever that happens to be. Now, the workout, 5 rounds. We just did all the exercises, so the big thing is we just gotta square away our reps. You're gonna run for 400 meters, or cardio option of choice that will be on that workout description. Dumbbell shoulder press for 10 reps if you're doing a single, 10 per side. If you're doing double, just 10 total. If you only have dumbbells that you can push press, then you can do the same thing. Push press for 10 a side or 10 total. And then you're gonna either go right into your dumbbell front squat, all right, with 2 dumbbells, or you'll put 1 down, grab your dumbbell, hold the goblet, and do 5 squats. If you have heavier loading for the squat, that is fine. You do not have to use the same dumbbells for both these exercises. You can play with that and have some fun with it, all right? So 5 rounds of work, 400-meter run, 10 dumbbell shoulder presses, 5 dumbbell squats, take it down nice and solid. It's gonna be a fun one, not gonna take too long, but you're gonna get a little bit of distance in that run, all right? Let me know how it goes, you guys. Let me know if you did push press or shoulder press or how it went, all right? Embrace it, take your time with that warm-up, and have a fantastic day today, you guys. We're coming at you tomorrow, kind of close out the work week. It's gonna be a good time, might be a core buster, who knows?